You know, so often when it comes to things like shared service and coordinated efforts, you hear of us talking about things like highway patrols, or highways, and how we can be able to cut costs on plowing roads, and it's all those kinds of really nuts and bolts. What's often lost on the fact is, we believe that shared services is a way to be able to not only make government less expensive, but to also, in some instances, be able to augment what you have and make it even better, okay? That's very much what we're here to talk to about today. What we're here to announce is an agreement between the City of Kingston and the County of Ulster in a coordinated tourism effort, okay? Let's talk briefly. Let's see where we're at here, guys. Let's go. Sure. I'm going to let the mayor speak at this point, because I think it's an important thing to understand. The City of Kingston is an absolute jewel. We can all recognize that. But before I get into speaking about how great City of Kingston is, I think it's important that we recognize one of the jewels of the City of Kingston. I see Legislator Jeanette Provenzano with us today. By the way, see how that whole is together? Sal and Mark Guido from Mariners Harbor, business owners in our community. And Henry Ellenbogen from the Ellenbogen Group, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Okay? But without further ado, I would really like to give an opportunity for the mayor to just talk about how special a place this is right here. Not just where we stand, but the City of Kingston, what it means to the County of Ulster.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Well, first of all, I want to thank Mike. We've been talking about this for a while, and as Mike said, it's really ripe for consolidation. It's essentially what Mike and the governor have been doing for now the last year or so, which is to try to leverage our tax dollars, okay, and reap the reward accordingly. And as Mike said, the City of Kingston is a jewel. It's one of the most unique upstate municipalities in the state and throughout the Northeast. It has a waterfront, a beautiful waterfront, thank you. It also has a deep water port. It has a historical heritage. We're the state's first capital, of course. The U.S. Senate met here, as we all know. So it's rich in history and heritage. It gives Kingston a sense of pride, a sense of place, unlike many other upstate municipalities, and I'm proud to be its mayor. You look at the entertainment, the restaurants. We have world-class restaurants and entertainment, a number of festivals, and I want to thank Katie Cook, because Katie hasn't had it easy, and one of the reasons which motivated me to have discussions with Michael and to consolidate services and to leverage our tax dollars more efficiently for the taxpayers and to really promote Kingston's tourism is Katie literally was operating with a budget that, for instance, only had $100 in advertising, which if you think about it, it was an arduous task for this young lady to try to put together and plan events and then advertise those events. So I really want to acknowledge Katie publicly, okay, for doing a good job, giving, okay, and also acknowledge her for promoting our history, our waterfront, our restaurants, okay, and our festivals. And she's planned many of them, again, without that much money to do it. So as Michael said, we're a jewel. And when you take into account, okay, the financial realities of promoting this jewel, a diamond in the rough, if you'll pardon the analogy, is that we have a declining budget where we, as I just stated, we don't have the money for advertising. We also, okay, have literally one common taxpayer here, the city and the county. And I am so excited about collaborating with Mr. Hine and his tourist department because the Ulster County Alive webpage, the resources that they have available in terms of advertising, radio, and print. Mike's staff deserves a lot of credit because they're doing a phenomenal job, okay, in promoting not only the jewel and the asset of Kingston, but throughout the entire county. So I want to thank Mike, and I also want to acknowledge Henry Ellenbogen, okay, for their contribution to the community in Kingston, being this jewel, a diamond in the rough, and Sal and Mark, okay, long-standing business persons down here on the waterfront, and Frank Guido, their father and uncle respectively. You deserve a lot of credit for staying here and sticking it out, okay, and I know I'm looking forward to working with you as well as this new concept, and with the help of Mike and his tourism department, I think we're going to really market Kingston big, because on one final note, we're in the process of trying to finalize the rail trail, which from the Trolley Museum will go up to East Chester Street. which is pretty exciting. And that's why, okay, with the tourism that's now going to be consolidated with the county, we'll be able to market that. So without any further ado, and I also forgot to mention UPAC, which is also part of that jewelry, if you will, our assets here in Kingston that I'm looking forward to promote with Mr. Hines' staff and the county's help. So I want to thank the county for the opportunity, again, thank Katie, and then to thank Legislator Provenzano, also too for her help with this issue. And I'm looking forward to working with the county for all the reasons stated. So thank you, Michael.
Thanks very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much.
You know, it bears repeating a discussion really about where we were at. The county, before this new form of government, had real challenges within its tourism operation. I would say we were spending $800,000 to get $80,000 of I Love New York money, and what I would say would go down as one of the worst business deals you have ever seen. The truth of the matter is, we simply attended trade shows and tried to draw people here with pamphlets, and that was it. We made significant reductions in spending and simply said, we're not going to spend another dime until we can prove that we can really overhaul this operation. Now what you're finding is, through a highly professional team that's been assembled, we bring business principles, we bring Google Analytics to the place, we've rebranded it with UlsterCountyAlive.com. I encourage people to go there. At the Ulster County website, there's also going to be a hyperlink directly to Kingston. So it's important that we understand what we are doing here. So really, let's put in context what's going on. In the city of Kingston, again, they are facing the exact same challenges that cities face all across New York State. One of the challenges they were facing is having to make those difficult decisions as aldermen. Are you going to fund tourism, or are you going to make sure that you have police protection? Those are those difficult decisions that are forced to be made in cities all the time. Well, what we've said is, with this agreement today with the mayor and myself, is we believe by changing the rules, by becoming more innovative, that we don't have to make that kind of choice. We can not just get less expensive, we can get better. And that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about taking $70,000, which is salary and benefits that are currently dedicated to promoting tourism within within the city of Kingston, $40,000 right back to the bottom line, whether it be the general fund, or whether the mayor chooses to use it for quality of life issues, or whatever he so chooses along with the common council to use those dollars towards, will go back to on an annualized basis to the city of Kingston. The city will give $30,000 to the county, and we will provide $30,000 of dedicated promotion of the city of Kingston. $30,000 more than they have today. Less $100 bucks. So what we're talking about is really being able to promote the city of Kingston. There's more. The city of Kingston works wonderfully with volunteers, but ultimately it comes down to being able to provide a professional staff to be able to make sure we draw more and more people into Ulster County and use Kingston as what it should be, a tremendous gateway. Kingston has all these assets, and it's a gateway to so many different parts of a county that is the size of Rhode Island. Whether it be the thruway or whether it be here on the water. We're very excited about what this does. The county is going to relocate its staff right here. So we are going to collaborate our efforts. The county is going to have a professional staff here all the time, and as a county, I am committed to making this a Wi-Fi hotspot as well. So when visitors to our community come off the boats, when visitors to our community come to this area, they'll have the ability to be able to access all of the technology that's out there. I'll give you an idea of kind of how we have completely shifted. Not only have we rebranded it, you see this? This is a restaurant guide. This restaurant guide costs the taxpayers of Ulster County a total of $0. In fact, I think we make money on it, okay? What we're doing is working with restaurants. There are so many wonderful restaurants. Again, Manners Just is a perfect example of that. And for our hotel owners, for all the places around, they have an opportunity now to use this to be able to get people to come to the different restaurants and stay right here in our community. We've realized that technology is really making leaps and bounds. So in all of our publications, what you'll see is what are called QR codes, whether it be here, whether it be in the travel guide. These QR codes allow people with smartphones to literally be able to just take a quick photo of that QR code and have this entire book at their fingertips. It's remarkable. The Ulster County Travel Guide. This is in over 5,000 different locations. One of the challenges that has existed in the past was, with a limited budget, what you can afford to do is advertise to your own community to come to your own community. That's problematic, as you can imagine. What we have done is, with this influx of being able to restructure how the money is spent, we're going to draw people in our target market. The Metro New York area tourist can come and enjoy all that is wonderful right here in Ulster County. And that really is a testament to Katie, to the mayor, to the commitment that we all have to getting this done right, and to Rick Remsider and his staff at Ulster County Tourism. We're very excited about this. You know what? Where are we at? How about we run out of, you know what? We've moved to things like YouTube. There are wonderful YouTube videos, but there are also 30-second spots for television, radio. We do a whole host of promotion now to draw people from that Metro New York target area, whether it be parts of Connecticut, parts of New Jersey, or again, New York City in that area, to this community. Let's show a little bit about some of the things that we're doing now.
Sure. And this, as the county executive mentioned, this runs in New York City on WABC the past couple of years, part of our advertising program.
It's important to note, it's this level of professionalism that we're talking about. For years, years and years, people used to think you had to go to Madison Avenue to get this kind of quality. You couldn't possibly get that anyplace else. But the truth is, we get this, and we work with Kingston companies to do it. This is produced at Ellenbogen. We work with Focus Media, who has offices right here in Kingston. This is a Kingston product. That's what's happening right here. We have the capacity now, with these additional dollars, to focus Kingston-specific advertising. And all the money goes specifically to promoting Kingston. And that is an exciting concept here. The taxpayers save money, whether it be the county taxpayer, the city taxpayer, and we get a better, more well-funded product ultimately. Now, I also want to, again, thank you very much to the folks at Ellenbogen. I really appreciate all that you've done. We all recognize that this is a gateway. Kingston really is a special place. And now it's going to get the kind of promotion and attention to people outside of Kingston, so it doesn't have to be a best-kept secret. We never want the city of Kingston to be a best-kept secret. We want it to be what it is, an amazing jewel with so much to do, so much history, and people now will have a knowledge of it and an opportunity to come here and enjoy it, and it does nothing but help our local businesses. I also want to say a special thank you, Legislator Provenzano, now because there's next steps here. Next steps are, there's going to have to be an MOU between the Common Council and the City of Kingston, as well as the county. Legislator Provenzano and other city legislators are going to sponsor this. That's a real tip of the hat to them. We believe that shared services can make a difference, and government can work for the people, and we can simply